It's time for the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration, and this month I'm going to use this really pretty ambrosia pad from Basic Gray, and we're going to make some thank you cards. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. It is time for the Bringing Back Basic Gray collaboration. This is just a small collab that I do with my friend Sarah, who's crafting and relaxing here on YouTube, and Kathy, who is Stampin' Cat over on Instagram. We all have a love for the vintage, kind of vintage, I don't know, no longer available Basic Gray papers since they don't make paper anymore. So we decided that each month we're going to pull out some of the paper, not trying to use it up, just pull some out and play with it and enjoy it rather than just hoarding it. So this month I'm using the Ambrosia, some papers from the Ambrosia 6x6 pad. And I'm going to use the Sheetload of Cards sketch from October of 2022. I want to make some thank you cards for my online orders. So in the past, I have like stamped on just a piece of cardstock and maybe rounded the corners and just kept it really simple. And then around Christmas time, I had run out of some of these and had an abundance of thank you cards like already made up, like the normal cards you see me make on here. And so I had just used those, or I think I also used Christmas cards because I had a lot of Christmas cards around the Christmas time. So I just used some of the Christmas cards I had made up to send with orders to say, hey, you know, thanks for supporting handmade goods. Thank you for your order. And then last fall, I had picked up this stamp set from Spellbinders. And so I decided to play with it earlier, I guess it was last month, and made just some flat 4x6 or flat A2 size kind of postcard thank you cards. And so I just took several of the stamps from the stamp set and then came up with this, you know, thank you for your purchase, your order made our day. And this is Spellbinders Support Small Business stamp set. Like I said, I just got it last fall, so hopefully it's still available. I'll find it, and if it's available, I will link it. But I just cut down a whole bunch. I have this light gray cardstock that somebody gave me like several reams of. And so I've been trying to use it up for the last couple years. And so I've been using it for the little cards, the thank yous that I stick in with our online orders when I ship them out. And so I just took some sheets of those, cut them down to A2 size, pulled out my Misty, and then kind of laid my stamps out and just stamped out 16 of them. The Sheetload I'm using today makes I made 18. The Sheetload that I'm using today makes 9 cards, and I'm going to do it twice. So I have enough to make 18 cards. And so I'm not doing your normal fold card. I'm just doing more of a postcard style, but on the back side I am going to build the Sheetload design. Just trying something different, kind of combining using my handmade cards, using my supplies for it, but also, you know, saving on cardstock, I guess, trying to keep it simple for my orders. So I have all of my pieces already pre-cut, so I am just going to do some assembly with you today. And I also did, I'm not going to include the sentiment on the front, I am just going to do a heart. So I picked out 3 patterns from the Basic Gray pad, and then for like my card assembly, because that's what the Sheetload required. And then I took another pattern and just punched out the 18 hearts that I need. And I figure that I will put those up here in this section, and then another stamp on that support handmade business or support small business stamp set. It just says support small business, and it's a little round, maybe, there we go. Just a little round circle. And so I thought I would somehow incorporate that up there as well. I chose this pad because it did have grays in it and it would work with this light gray. And then I found, trying to use up some random cardstock in my stash, I found some kind of like dirty white cardstock. It's not really dirty, it's just like that not true white. That would work with the white that's in the patterns, but also go with the gray and not be too tone on tone. This one's going to be close. It's tone on tone. But anyway, let's put on some music and assemble our cards. here are my 18 cards, 6 of each design that I made. I did end up popping the hearts up on foam tape. I cut out me trying to peel off the backer to the foam tape because it was tedious for me today for some reason, trying to get it off and then get it to uncling from my fingers. I also, on some of these, turned this panel, this pattern paper panel, upside down. This grayish white cardstock that I use, luckily this is the last piece I have because I'm done with it. And I always forget until I pull it out and use it, that when you cut it, it just doesn't cut well, depending on, you have to cut it in a certain direction, in a certain way with your trimmer. But even with, I have a fairly new blade, and even with my new blade, it just shredded the end of the panels in some spots. And so I tried to clean them up as best I could, but I didn't want to go down in size too much because then it was going to throw things off. So I just, when I made the card, I just turned those upside down so that wasn't the, top and maybe as noticeable. That's the only other thing I did differently, I think, from the sketch. But those are my cards, and again, that is the backside using the Spellbinder Support Small Business stamp set. I love the same brochure pad. I don't know why I haven't used it before. I need to pull that out and play with it because those colors are gorgeous together. And then the October 2022 sheetload of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl. I will have links to Sarah and Kathy in the description box below for you. So please be sure to go check them out and see what they made with their basic gray stash. And I will have links to any of the products I can find down in the description box below of what I've used. I'll have links to the Sheetload as well. Thank you guys so much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.